that Chris Duncan had a chance. I was making TikToks and videos saying there was not even a chance in the universe that Renato Moicano was going to win this fight, and wow. An absolute domination from Renato. Like, literally easy money. He made this look easy. Like, I shouldn't have. Just wish I could tap the screen. Damn. Nah, that's for real. That's for real, skis. I feel that. I miss the get. You guys, hey, you guys can still donate on here. It's okay. But I can't believe I doubted the guy who wobbled Islam. He wobbled Islam, by the way. He wobbled Islam, by the way. Now you knew deep down that's why he didn't put bread on Duncan. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's literally a fact. I did tell you guys that this fight was a little iffy. It was a little iffy, but I believed in Chris Duncan. I thought that Chris Duncan had it, but I just didn't want to admit that Renato Moicano is elite like that. It's because I didn't believe in BSD, and I don't believe in BSD. I think Benoit Saint Denis is trash. And let's not forget, Renato Moicano lost a fight to he lost a fight to Beneil Dariush. Renato Moicano lost a fight to Beneil Dariush, and he took him to a decision, by the way. Like, can we just keep that in mind? So, me picking Chris Duncan after Chris Duncan went tooth and nail with Terrence McKinney and was able to find a finish, you can't blame me. Sure, Renato Moicano went out there and completely dismantled BSD, but, like, who is BSD? Seriously, guys, who is BSD? Like, really? Really? He goes out there on the post show and decides to say,
here in the top 10 or somebody's head that you'd like to take off.
Dan Hooker fucking easy money. Paddy Pimblett fucking easy money. Benoit Saint Denis fucking easy money.
Easy, yeah. Benoit Saint Denis easy money, by the way. We know, we saw what you did to him, big bro. We saw what you did to Benoit Saint Denis. We know. We know he's easy money. We get it. We get it. Holy, bro. Paddy Pimblett, easy money. Dan Hooker, easy money. Damn, Renato Moicano at 10, fighting a dude who is unranked. He was supposed to get out of here. I thought Renato Moicano's time was over, was cooked. Who else does he say is easy money?
I don't want anything against Mauricio Rufo, you know, because back in the day I thought that I could beat this motherfucker, but now after what he did against fucking Fizi, you saw that this guy is the real deal. I don't want anything with Mauricio Rufo. Mateus Ganot, he trains at my gym, but right now I'm fighting everybody from the gym, so maybe Mateus Ganot. No, I'm joking.
You don't want that Mauricio's Gamrot.
I'm not coming for you.
He don't want that Mauricio's Gamrot smoke. He don't want that Mauricio's Gamrot smoke. But you heard him. Paddy Pimblett, easy money. We know BSD is easy money. Dan Hooker, easy money. Wow. Wow. Renato Moicano with an absolute dominant win. Absolute dominant win. This card, this Apex card, was honestly pretty solid. It was pretty solid. It had pretty much everything. Weird stoppages. Weird stoppages. Now, if you watched the live betting show that I did with my special guest, the dude in chat right now, Caden, Brian Ortega, easy money, very true. We said that, well, he said, he said, first of all, Caden went 2-1 with his WMMA pick, so shout out to the WMMA expert that we have over here on hand at the Iraq MMA factory. But he said that, where is she? That Alice Pereira, wait, no, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. That Melissa Gatto was going to win, and he was telling us about her crazy career, punching women in the boobies, alright? Pulling out of fights, injuries, all types of stuff. This was insane. This was absolutely insane. This should have ended in a KO TKO. And wow, I literally had the clip up. But it was gone. Well, I said I wouldn't touch this fight with a 20-foot pole. All right, my fault. But you gave me that beautiful story of Melissa Gatto, and I was so inspired that I had to do the E-Rock Payton WMMA parlay. And she gets Peter Yan Aljamain Sterling, like, soccer kicked while grounded, and is put out, like, she's like this on the octagon, like laid out, and they stop the fight, deduct a point, and continue the fight. And I was like, what the hell? True, the lore was too deep. Yeah, the lore from Melissa Gatto is too deep. I will never not bet on Melissa Gatto now. Actually, I will never not bet on Melissa Gatto. That's a fact. That's a fact. But this card was pretty good. It pretty much had everything. We had upsets of the year in Tresean Gore. Told you guys, Azamat is just garbage, huh? Azamat is really garbage, huh? And I told you guys on the betting show that Tresean Gore posted a paragraph to his Instagram talking about how locked in he was. He's locked in. And he went out there at plus 450 and made me some cash. Yeah, all right, I live bet him. I live bet him at plus 400. I was like, hey, Tresean's locked in. Hold on, wait a second. Let me put some bread on him. Azamat is really, really terrible. I know we're jumping around a little bit, but this card was absolutely beautiful. Verna took out Tabitha Ricci like it wasn't even close. It wasn't. Now, she didn't get the finish. She didn't get the finish like me and Kaden thought she would, but she went out there and absolutely dominated. Completely 30-27. 30-27. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know who she would get next, but we'll figure it out. Abdul Rakhman Yakhyaev goes out there and gets a submission in round 1. Absolutely dominant. Complete mismatch. Ethyn Ewing, man. Ethyn Ewing against an interactive heavy bag in Rafael Estevan. And you guys were sitting here telling me on my TikTok, on my Twitter, that, oh, Ethan's not going to win this. This, Rafael beat Charles Johnson. Rafael did this. Rafael did that. Timing was is impeccable on her. Yeah, Verna's level changes were. But Ethyn Ewing literally is prospect of 2026. Ethyn Ewing is prospect of 2026. Comes into the UFC after having a fight. Has a fight 1 week. The next week is making his UFC debut on short notice against Malcolm Wellmaker, a huge prospect in the UFC. Does beautifully. Upset of the year, arguably, besides Merab Umar. Goes out there again in today and beats up Rafael. Looked fantastic. Just give this dude a ranking. Just give Ethyn Ewing a ranking at 135. Put him in bantamweight. Give him a ranking. Put him against Song Yadong or something. This is beautiful. Ewing deserves 100 Ds. He got performance of the night. No? Oh, he didn't get performance of the night. Fight of the night, for whatever reason, went to the Sean O'Malley industry plant. I mean, talking about Sean O'Malley industry plant. This kid, why are they taking down everything I have? Listen to this post fight.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, y'all make me sick to my fucking stomach, fam. Look at my eyes. You guys want to do something about it? Let's go, Mafia, motherfucking move, baby!
He's rhyming. He's taking the page right out of Josh Okitt's book. I don't know how Cost gets performance of the night, but not Ewing. Great promo. All right, promo. All right. Nothing will make me like Tommy McMillan. I'm not going to lie. And I can't believe Tommy McMillan got fight of the night over Ethyn Ewing's absolute masterclass, by the way. Absolute masterclass. Oh, man. I really don't believe it. Jose Delgado versus Robert Ruchala was way more a fight of the night than fucking Tommy McMillan round 1. Yeah, it was a bar fight. Tommy went tooth and nail. Even though we knew he was going to win, it was just like a stand and bang It was a stand and bang, do it. But the Jose fight was just more competitive. More brutal, more violent. And Hokit took it from Chael, and Chael took it from Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chael didn't take it from Hulk Hogan. Chael, well, he was inspired, you know, from pro wrestling and then just refined it, you know? You know what I mean? Jose Delgado, I can't believe, I'm really in shock that they gave Fight of the Night to Tommy McMillan. And, you know, and I was waiting to do this post-fight show until Dana White got on the press conference, but I'm waiting and still no Dana White. And literally still no Dana White. Like, does he care about the company or not? Like, is he here? Is he not? You guys are going to see my YouTube recommended. I can't believe they robbed Gucci Man, by the way. Cannot believe they robbed Gucci Man, by the way. Chael perfected it? That's a fact. No, it's over. There was no Dana. Only Verna showed up for the post-fight. Then it was an hour of nothing. Who's this? Moicano? And that's it. No Dana, by the way. Does bruh not even care? I'm going to tweet that out. No Dana. Oh, wait, I need the hashtag UFC Vegas 115. Does Dana not... Wait, hold on. Dana not showing up to the post-fight just shows how little he cares. ... and how locked in he is for Zuffa. Very true, by the way. He rarely shows up to Apex. Yeah, but like this is right before a massive card, and we're not going to talk about this right now. We're going to talk about this after we cover the full card. But he has to answer for the Van and Tatsudo Taira rebooking. Why did that get rebooked? And he's running away from the backlash from the Moist Critical video. Come on. And it's a disgrace that they gave Tommy McMillan Fight of the fucking Night. Jose Delgado went out there and absolutely, I said it, and I'm gonna have to eat my words, that this was an easy underdog pick. Robert was gonna go out there and beat up Jose Delgado, but I was wrong. Jose Delgado went out there and proved me wrong and looked locked in. And, you know, it wasn't the most technical performance, but it was a bar fight, and it was a great showing by Jose Delgado. So my bad, my fault. Alessandro Costa goes out there and just puts down Stuart Nickel. This looked like an absolute mismatch. I'm gonna be honest with you, it looked like an absolute mismatch. Darrius Flowers got the win over Londo. Look, I can't believe Londo was minus 220. I told you guys the odds for this were a little weird, but we still went with Londo, and Darrius Flowers just was locked in. Londo sucked. Anytime I see somebody go out there with like a bouncing heavy style and they're not in 125 or 135 pounds, I feel like you're gonna lose. I feel like that style is just so ass unless you're like MVP, you know what I mean, or in the lower weight classes. That's what Lando did, and it just didn't work out well. And his boxing was not crisp, not at all. Stewart won round 1, by the way. LOL. Really? Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought it was the steamrolling. Maybe my fault. Stuart Nickel. Maybe I'm misremembering. My fault, gang. My fault. My bad. But Alice Pereira, man. 19 years old. Well, 20 now. 20 years old. Savage. Kaden put us on. Told us that she's going to win viciously, brutally. And that she did. Haley Cohen. Old as hell. Not locked in. Now on a 3-fight losing streak with a gang of canceled squabbles. Now the judges are just dumb. Okay, I thought I was going crazy for a second. I thought I was going crazy. Alice Pereira, just a beautiful finish. Tresean Gore. My brother Tresean Gore, man. We already covered this like in the little beginning of the recap, but wow. Tresean, wow. Wowzers. Holy. Brother's back. My boy is back with a submission. It was just a brutal beating. It was a little bit of a tooth and nail battle, but it was just a better technique, better fight IQ coming from Tresean Gore, breaking the 2-fight losing streak. Wow. Went tooth and nail with Rodolfo Vieira, by the way. But he pulls this out. Azmat is so ass. He needs to be cut from the UFC. I didn't see her being that aggressive, but I loved it. Yeah, I didn't see that happening either, but she locked in. She was like, hey, I'm fighting a geezer. I gotta press the W key. Azmat needs to be cut. He needs to get the Armand treatment. Don't give him any more fights. We already went over what happened to Melissa Delgado. I can't believe she got soccer kicked and she didn't get the disqualification. Like that's honestly just disrespectful and distasteful. They didn't give Melissa Gatto. Look, I seen the meme that said Joe Gatto's sister is fighting this week. Like Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers is fighting this weekend, and they were talking about her. And I can't get it out of my head. I can't. That's comedy. It's just fucking actual comedy. And I honestly didn't tap into Kai Kamara III versus Dakota Hope. I forgot that we were told that this fight was added like kind of last moment. And I just wasn't tapped in. So I didn't see this at all. But apparently this was a beautiful fight. A straight banger, a squabble. And just wow. We got back-to-back beautiful events right before we know we're getting a banger. Because UFC 327 is fucking peak. Because UFC 327 is actually peak. Alright, so it's just insane that we had UFC Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan, which we all thought was going to be a dud, but it turned out to be pretty actually good. I would give this card a 7. But we get this card a week before we get this beauty. Literal 8, 8.5, 9 out of 10. Oh my god, UFC Seattle is going to live in my dreams. And now we get UFC 327. But they didn't add Tatsuro Taira versus Josh. Oh, no, because Tatsuro Taira versus Joshua Van got moved to 328. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But UFC 327 is just... It's just... Now, they did remove Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. We're going to get to that in a minute. But this is just beautiful. Paulo Costa gets moved up to the co-main. Paulo Costa gets moved up to the co-main. Holy, Paulo, you better fucking perform, bro. I can't believe he's a underdog when Azamat has wins over people like Alonzo Menafield in his last 3. Brenson Roberto. Really? Really? Paulo Costa's fought a who's who. Sean Strickland. Roman Kopylov. Sean Strickland. Robert Whittaker. You know what I mean? Luke Rockhold. Even though my boy Paulo Costa fights once a year. But I'm ready. Hey, I thought that these last 2 weeks were going to be iffy. A little iffy. But no. They were great. And now we're about to witness greatness. And now we are going to witness greatness. Oh, man. Oh, I'm ready. I'm excited. I am just pissed that Dana didn't show up for the press conference, though. Like, really? You're not going to show up? It's because Moist Critical dropped that video on him. I swear. It's because Moist Critical dropped that video on Dana White. Dana White's like, I'm not answering to none of those fucking talking points. Nope. And then we get the Joshua Van, Tatsuro Taira, weird rescheduling. Nah. That's odd. That's a little odd. Alright. Hold on. Let's get into this Joshua Van